Friday night, Utah State will go head-to-head with San Diego State as a 5.5-point road favorite. Right now, we're joined with college football analyst Troy West from allplayswin.com to break down his free selections on this game. Troy, both of these teams are on winning streaks, but the thing that has me leaning with Utah State to cover on the road here is how they've been performing on Friday nights. This past Friday, they beat Boise State by 26 points as a 6.5-point dog. That was a huge game for them. Then September 11th, their last Friday game before this past weekend, they took a loss to Utah, but they covered against the spread in that game against one of the best teams in the nation. And I think Utah State can get it done here. The question is, can Utah State cover 5.5 points on the road?
Yeah, this is a tricky game, but like you said, there are particular teams throughout the course of the year that do like playing these Thursday and Friday night games. The Mountain West Conference, Utah State, they're going to get a lot of these. You know, they looked outstanding against Boise State, and I don't know if it was a Boise State letdown or Utah State looking that good. Can Utah State carry that momentum into this week? If they do, I think this is an easy win and an easy cover. San Diego State's very one-dimensional. They like to run the football, but I have not been impressed with what they've brought to the table. Utah State, though, they have been so inconsistent. If you look at the body of work throughout the course of the year, they look terrible against Southern Utah. They look terrible against Washington. They've looked terrible in several points this year, and then they come back and get that big win. So you really don't know what Utah State team's going to show up. College football teams in this day and age, after a big win, they typically have a letdown. We'll see. I will side with Utah State. I do think they're the better team, the better coach team, and they're better in all facets. If they can carry that momentum, they'll get this win and they'll get the cover.
Now, and we're talking on a Monday here, Troy. The total line has yet to be released in this game, but San Diego gave up 71 points combined when they saw Penn State and South Alabama on their home field. Do you think that the over could be a good play here on the total?
It could be. Utah State's defense does play strong at times, but we saw what they did against Boise State, like you said, putting up in the 50s and then also giving up a fair amount of points. I would probably put a lean on the over, but Utah State's defense has been in a lot of low-scoring games. They played Southern Utah to a 9-6 game, and they've also played games into almost the hundreds. So a huge wide margin when you're talking about a total play with a Utah State team.
College football analyst Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks again for joining us.